Big ups. Apologies for the delayed start, ladies and gentlemen. But welcome in episode 196 of the Untitled series, also known as the Immaculate series, which I'll be honest, I need a little something extra to feel immaculate tonight. Y'all know what it is. I need to hear those three beautiful words. And no, I'm not talking about I love you. I'm talking about desire. Another day of desire. I think that's going to be the theme of this summer. The desiring summer. What we're sitting here desiring. What I desire from you, if you're listening to this, I desire that you're too blessed to be stressed. I desire that you worry no longer about the show starting, because it's actually going to start now. So big up to you if you're here live or on playback. I hope you are too blessed to be stressed. Also, happy Father's Day to any fathers out there, any people who love their dad, or, you know, sometimes you just got to find yourself a daddy. Well, happy Daddy Day to them, and happy Daddy Day to you. Hope you are good. I've got a poll in the chat right now, so come on in and hit a like, hit a subscribe, and 60% right now are voting the answer to the question, what position do Spurs need to address first? 60% says starters in the forward line. 20% says squad depth and options in defense. Starters in the forward line is kind of what I'm thinking as well. And that's what Ange Postecoglou said at the beginning of the window, that we need to revamp this forward line. And for some reason, Timo Werner was the next thing that happened, and that's the only thing that's happened. But before we talk about all that, obviously it's not in the title of this video, but it'd be hard to not speak on Tottenham Hotspur today without acknowledging the fact that Mr. Radu Dragusin, as I like to call him, had one hell of a performance. And there was apparently some dude... oh, wrong window. Hang on. There you go. Apparently some dude, Danny Murphy, has criticized him for choosing to celebrate a block that helped keep a clean sheet for his nation tonight. He says, I don't think you need to be celebrating doing your job that much. Maybe he was upset because he lifted his shirt up. I don't know. But ESPN was even tweeting about Dragusin, and that's a big deal. So we'll talk about it. We'll look into it. But what a guy, what a lad. Hell of a performance. Allegedly, they were chanting his name in the stadium. I don't know if this is factual information, but I just heard that they were. But before we get into all that, let me say hello to the chat. Got Royal USG in the house. Not sure who this is. Says, Salam alaikum, y'all. Little rebranding. Rebranded, but you didn't. I don't know. Maybe because he says, is it Taka? Maybe that's Taka. Big up, Cursor. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Like secured. Big up, Jacob. Hey, we secured the like. Like we secure them 3 points. We secure those likes. I passed out on the France game. That's how boring it was. I didn't know if it was England or if I was watching France, to be honest. But big up Fifth Elemento. Big up OTC. The Toney news has been debunked. A bid hasn't been sent, nor has Toney agreed on personal terms. That's not what I heard, but apparently that's what you heard. Big up to Fifth Elemento. Says, glad Slovakia got the dub. Maybe that way FIFA can get off of Belgium. Apparently, I saw today, or I heard, I think it was Steve who said it, or someone else. I was on a watch along over there on Staffy TV for the Euros, and someone said that there's never been a greater deficit in team rankings or some shit like that, like some technicality to basically make it the biggest upset ever in the history of the Euros. I almost called it the Europa. Can't wait for Europa to start. Big up Wilsey says, big up Jacob and Chad. Big up to you. Thank you so much, Fifth Element. Happy late Father's Day. Thank you very much. I did have a good Father's Day, so hopefully you showed your fathers some love. This little girl definitely showed me a lot of love. So Dragusin coming for Kuti Spa, says Staffy TV. Now, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but
brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
What is that, brother? But in the vein of talking about it, well, let's look at it here, Staffy. So he's saying facts. He's not. What are we doing here, gentlemen? What are we doing here? You saying facts to Dragusin taking Kuti's spot? One good game in the Euros doesn't mean that he's all of a sudden a now much better and prolific center back than Cuti Romero. But hey, Bayern Munich were in for Dragusin, but they were also in for Eric Dyer. So these are the things I like to, at least add to the equation so it's not so one-sided. Speaking of one-sided, Chewy is here. He's doing good. So there you go. I don't know. Just if you needed a reminder, Chewy is here. Let me take that away. This person tweeted Dragusin would block a 7-carriage train if he had to, which, I mean, that's quite a pose. Last time I saw someone doing this kind of pose in all yellow, I believe it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic for Sweden. But isn't that very nice? Also, I saw this tweet here. Says, I think it's pretty clear. This is why it reminded me of this, Staffy. You came in here saying he's going for Cutis, but it reminded me of this. I think it's pretty clear Dragusin and Van de Ven are the way forward for Spurs. It's no coincidence they're at the Euros and Romero isn't. Now, as much as I wish this was the truth, and maybe Germany wishes this was the truth, Argentina is not covering Sweden in real life, unfortunately. But an absolutely shocking decision that Cuti wasn't taken to the Euros, in my opinion. He could have played for somebody, but instead he's going to have to go live to Copa America in America. But hey, this isn't a geography lesson, but if you need to know, this is where we're at. So there you go. Everyone thinks it's pretty clear, huh? Everyone thinks shit funny, huh? People think it's sweet out here, huh? Big up Royal, Belgium. Didn't y'all? Oh, y'all lost, actually. Yeah, sorry. That France game really, like, they say there's certain things you shouldn't do as a teenager because it's going to fry your brain. I think watching France is one of those things that's going to fry your brain. Big up Jessica. Just found out Tom Carroll was playing for my local team this year. Oh, who's your local team? I don't know where Tom Carroll is, I'll be honest. Hey, big up Taka. Julian, happy Father's Day, Jacob. You may see this as a weird question, but I worry about losing my parents. How do you deal with that? Your thoughts? It is a strange question and quite off topic, but if you know me, I'm pretty good at losing my train of thought. What I would say is how you deal with the worry of losing your parents is you cherish them, appreciate them, and talk to them as much as you humanly can. I know that when you're an adult, it's a little bit harder, especially if y'all are not, necessarily the geographically closest, but mothers and fathers, you only get one, So to me, as a person who's lost his mother, it's one of the things that I would say my biggest regret is all those times my mom said, hey, you want to go to the store with me? Hey, you want to run this errand with me? And I was like, hell no, I want to go get into trouble with my friends. It's all of that I regret. And you live with that regret for the rest of your life, basically, is what I'm learning. I lost my mother about 12 years ago, some shit. They always say it gets easier with time and shit. You just learn how to live with a huge deficit. That's really it. So the worrying about it, I would say don't worry about it until it happens because it is inevitable. Either you're going to lose them or they're going to lose you. It's just statistically what's going to happen. Yes, that was the record. Yeah, apparently it broke some kind of record. That loss there. But big up Fifth Elemento. Chance Cofield says we can start Van de Ven, Romero, and Dragusin. Put Romero in the 6. It's interesting. I've heard people suggest and recommend. I'm doing the handoff 1 second. She's asleep and she's just wants to snuggle. But you got to keep her warm. That's why she always falls asleep with me because I'm naturally very sweaty. Oh, there goes my co-host. Oh, but now my arms are free. Big up, everybody. Sorry about that. I love you. But I don't know. I ain't putting Romero in the 6. I've heard people saying, oh, we got to go to a back 3 now. It's interesting. It'll be a fun summer of conversations. Let's say that. Chat, I desire that you hit that like button. Look at that. Willsy's got some desire for you, baby. Argentina's in South America. I learned that year 1. Not according to this map, okay? Argentina's right here. Sweden is underneath it. That's what this map says. And if it says it online, you know it's got to be true. Big up Lazy 8, big up Nick. Good to see you in the house, my friend. Happy belated Father's Day. Big up David. Appreciate that. Will there be any Copa matches played near where you are? I'm in El Paso, so technically no. My hometown Dallas is going to be hosting some, but no, not me personally. Exeter City, what is that? League Two? Is Exeter City, are they League Two? Let me know, Jessica. AJ says, Jacob, my brother, my player, the Shark Slayer. Hey, how's things? But hey, you talking to me nicely tonight. I like to see that, AJ. I hope you are too blessed to be stressed, my friend. I just want to know. My question for you. You said, how are things? I'm going to say they're fabulous. I am definitely too blessed to be stressed. But I'm going to say this. I love this. I love this little sentence you sent. That's very nice. That's very nice. But I was going to try and make a joke, but my joke ran out. I got distracted by another chat. It says fake news about bidding and all. Allegedly. That's what they're saying. You can't play Romero at 6. He needs to be similar. I mean, I understand he's got the traits to play that position. I guess that what we think is going to be. Ainge has constantly said he doesn't want a 6. And all the fans are like, we want a 6. And Ainge says, I don't want a 6. I don't want an 8. I don't want a 10. I want midfielders who can do all 3 of those things. And for me, I desire that. I desire that. OTC says, all fake. League One. Okay, so it's a tier above the one that I thought it was, Jessica. That's very nice. Shout out to Andy Carroll and Exeter City. Before I'm gonna, here's Dragusin with a Rubik's Cube. I don't know why I bookmarked this for y'all, but I thought it was pretty fucking impressive. How quickly he's shifting, and so I would click it so you have the audio, but there's music playing, and YouTube will probably end the live stream for that. But this is a pretty damn quick finish of the Rubik's Cube, if I'm honest. The mind of the man works pretty quick. Like, this video is 23 seconds long from start to finish. That's pretty impressive. My brother could do Rubik's Cubes, but I never really could, I'll be honest. So I'm not trying to cook you, OTC, but a fake nameless account saying that something is fake, it's interesting. I also got this bit of news here. Let me take that way. Probably fake too, because apparently everything's fake. Tottenham are close to dealing with AC Milan for Emerson Royal. Says the player wants to play for AC Milan and has already reached an agreement in principle with the Italian club. An agreement worth 20 million euros could be reached within the week. 20 million euros is right around what we said, if I'm not mistaken, what we wanted the price, but apparently they weren't going to pay the price because 20 million was too much. Let's see, Fabrizio tweeted, but it's about Nacho. And I already had lunch, so thank you for that. Big up Rafi, good to see you in the house. Big up Mary, says Ainge is right. Good players play anywhere. Hi, Jacob, looking good. Big up Mary Dubs. Hey, Mary, your last name in with Dubs because that's all you know. W's. Big up to you. Playing Emerson Royal when Dragusin was available, that's criminal. We could have walked away with a few points here and there. I don't know what Ainge was thinking. I know what he wasn't thinking, that he has some kind of crystal ball that tells you if you do X, it equals Y. That's just not how it works, Mape and Prazel. But, I mean, you can believe that if you want, but in reality, like you saying if you played Dragusin there, Dragusin in his first start gave away a penalty and gave away a goal. But apparently if he would have played in this match that Mapen says, we would have gotten more points. I just don't think it is true that way. Although we can say, arguably at this stage, we believe Emerson Royal to be less of a player than Dragusin. But at that time, I wasn't impressed with Dragusin. I'll be real honest. He cooked versus it was his first, he came on as a bench, off the bench a couple times. And then when he had his start, he gave away a penalty. He almost gave away a penalty in his second substitute appearance, if I'm not mistaken. And then he also was at fault for one of the goals in his first start. So, honestly, and it was versus, like, I think Fulham. We can look it up, bro. I mean, we can run propaganda, or we could, like, talk about what actually happened. This is, obviously, I had the scouting report ready for Riccardo Calafiori, but we'll talk about him in a minute, because if we're going to try and slander Ange Postecoglou and his decision-making, let's at least be factual. So, He played versus Burnley. Which one was it? What order is this? So 11, 5-11, 5-14. So it goes in this order down. So yeah, Burnley, he came off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. And then City, he came off the bench, if I'm not mistaken. No, he started versus City. Hang on, let me pull this comment down so we can see it. Oh, dang it. My browser's messing up. What game was this? So City, that was the cup when we lost, right? No, that's at home. That's the Premier League. Burnley's when he came off of the bench. Or did he start versus Burnley? No, he came off the bench. Oliver Skip was a left back. Dear God. I forgot about that. I'll be so honest. Oy. 2-1 versus Burnley. Yeah, that's not good in itself. But he came on the 75th minute for Skip. And I think I remember he looked good, if I'm not mistaken. Because we moved Mickey Van de Veen to left back, and then he went and got a goal. That's what it was. Yeah. It's way earlier in the season then. So this was late in the season when he was actually kind of... It was Villa that he started, and then I think he gave up a penalty, or it was a goal. I can't remember. Yeah, because Mickey got hurt. Let's look at this one. I think it's this one. All right. So where is it? And there's a timeline. Yeah, he came on right after halftime, and then a minute later we scored twice. 3 minutes later. That looks like a good performance. So maybe it wasn't then. Let me see. Villa, it was Fulham. I think that's why I said I think it's Fulham. He started versus Fulham? He did start versus Fulham. Did they have a penalty? Did they score a penalty? That's my question, because then they'll tell me this is a game. It didn't say that they did. It was just Frankie Muniz almost had a hat trick. I remember that. That was a fun watch along. Anyway, I'm getting distracted trying to prove a point, but I think you know what I'm saying. Bro, I'm almost certain he gave away. So maybe it was the game after this Fulham game that he played. Let's see. I know he's responsible for a goal. I remember that. Yeah, Chong scored a goal over Luton. It wasn't a penalty. So it might have not been a penalty. It might have just been he was so... Oh, I remember. I don't remember who it was, but I remember complaining about it for a very long time. Basuma was tracking a guy on their right-hand side. So our left, it was on the counterattack. Basuma was tracking a runner and was going with him. And Basuma just like didn't give a fuck, it looked like. And the pass went to a guy inside the box. I don't know if it was Luton. I don't know if it was Fulham. So forgive me for the opponent, but I'm remembering the play. I visually remember the play. It was Basuma on our left was tracking a guy, and then very shittily, he tracked the guy. Very shittily, I remember. And then the guy gets past Basuma and passes the ball to a guy within the box. And Dragusin, I remember, was like 7, maybe 5 yards away from the guy. And he put his arms behind his back and he struck a pose. That's what it was that pissed me off about him. He did the Eric Dyer special. Now, if I keep my energy the same, if I'm going to bash Eric Dyer for being 5-7 yards away from a player, and instead of closing him down, what you do is you fucking put your arms behind your back and strike a pose like the cop said freeze. No, I don't like that kind of defending. But again, this was his first moments for us that I thought he looked shaky. I thought he didn't look too comfortable passing, but then his passing started to get more comfortable, and he did have some shaky moments defensively. That's not to say that every defender is perfect 100% of the times, but let's not act like this recency bias is crazy. All of a sudden, Dragusin's the next best thing since sliced bread. I love the guy. He liked the comment of mine on Instagram. I've got a photo of it. I'll show it to you. And that's why Romania is my new Euro team. I want them to win it all. Ain't no other fucking international player like my comment. Look at that. I know it's blurry, but it says Radu Dragusin liked your comment on Instagram. I think it was Fifth Elemental was like, yo, he liked my comment on Instagram. So I was like, fuck it, bro. I'm about to start commenting on his Instagram. And then he did. So you know what? Go Romania. Go Dragusin, man. I hope this is a good problem, though. Either way, you look at it, it's definitely a good. But when Reguilon starts bad, he gets loaned and bullied. Double standard. I don't know what you're talking about. He never gave away a penalty. Okay, but he gave away a goal. That's what it was. And his Fulham game was bad. That might have been the Fulham game, but I feel like I remember him having that moment, and then we conceded another goal. It might have been Fulham, bro. Honestly, hey, don't get on my boy Jacob. Hey, I mean, it's okay. They can say what they want. Fulham, everyone were shit. Yeah, Destiny had a poor game that match as well. I remember thinking Anthony Robinson. I was like, wow, he's just showed you who the better left back was today. That's on Destiny. That is on Destiny. Romero was our only outlet and creative in the latter half of the season, had the most goals scored as a center back. That's very true. I'm always here for some Kuti talk. I wish our supporters would give the new players a break and let them settle in. All right, big up Wilton McDonald. Bro, you defend Ainge way too much. You cannot admit few things he does wrong, pointing out every failure as of players' fault. Ainge is responsible for setting them up. All right. That's your opinion. Congratulations, Mapin. Simon Wynn, H-Town in the house. LFC is coming this Sunday. I'm going to go cheer on Hugo. Big up. Enjoy yourself some LAFC. Speaking of LAFC, I don't know if y'all saw Olivier Giroud, LAFC's new number 9. That was pretty funny. He whiffed. Fulham away was when he was shit. My boy didn't give up anything, Jacob. Watch it. Oh, hey. Fifth Elemento, that's your new best friend, huh? Raduski. The same for Ainge. What's the same for Ainge, Wilton? I don't know what you're talking about, Wilton. I might be behind in the chat. I don't think so. Agreed. Fuck Fulham, they cost us the league. Hey, but they also took the league away from Arsenal if you look at it that way. So you're telling us Dragusin cannot do a better job than Royal? No. I never said that. I never said that, Mapin, but okay. You're really confusing me. The players we need to get rid are those who've been here for years. Sooner the better. I agree. I've always said that in regards to clearing out, or rather get rid of the ones who've been here the longest than the ones who've been here short time. Like Basuma, for instance. People want to keep Lo Celso, but get rid of Basuma. To me, that's just weird. I'd rather do the opposite. Yeah, he is very active on his social media. I wonder what that is. I support Romania winning the Euro. Yes, Romania is my new... Come on, Romania. Also smash the likes. Big up, KD. Good to see you in the house. Your mod over there on Staffy TV. Big up. We should be looking forward. Jacob not back. The Dragon is growing in confidence, and he's a yid. Come on, you Spurs. Hope you're good, Jacob. Big ups. Big up, Richie. And I agree. This isn't by any account me saying Dragusin is not some kind of good player or that I don't like him or that I don't want him to exceed. The idea is you would hope that he's going to be better than Romero, right? That's what you want when you buy a player, especially one at 22 years old. I just don't think that one game in this Euro League all of a sudden means that he's this astronomically different player. Like I feel like the Euros do a couple of things during these windows. International football does it as well. Like you see a good performance, and then all of a sudden, oh, this guy. Let's forget all the times that he was imperfect, and let's just act like all of a sudden he's taking someone's job. I think that's crazy. Bro, he played Ukraine. Yes, exactly. He cooked versus Ukraine. Bro, he shut down Mykhailo Mudryk. That's the TikTok footballer, if you didn't know who that guy was, who plays for Chelsea with the butterfly tattoos. He got locked up. That's very nice. Again, I hope this international tournament, he improves drastically, and he does challenge Romero for that. I hope that happens. Like, that's my point. You're justifying why starting Royal is better than Dragusin. Rationalization is not justification, Mapin. So, no, I'm not. Give him time to settle, and eventually we'll see the best manager in the Premier League. Big up Wilton. I don't know. You're talking about Ainge? What are you talking about? Hi, Jacob. Toney, 50 million. Ezzy, 60. Add million. Archie, or you mean Archie Gray from Leeds. Robinson plus Skip and cash. That would be a great window. Thoughts? Toney, 40 million allegedly. I mean, everyone's saying it's fake, but apparently Toney bid got rejected and it was 40 mil. Here. The reports are saying that we've agreed personal terms with Toney, which is the first step, by the way. I've seen people say, oh, he's at English camp. He can't have agreed. Bro, it's not hard to talk on the phone. You know how I'm doing this with a camera and a microphone? It's similar. So it's really not hard to say, oh, how much are they going to pay? How much am I going to make a year? What's my bonus? What's the financials? I approve that. That's how it works in a sale. You got to agree. Make sure the player wants to fucking come to the club before you bid on the player. But 40 million rejected. I'm not surprised because 40 million for Ivan Toney, I actually think that that's crazy. 40 million is way too low. If they would have accepted 40 million, they're in the mud. Why do you hate your own players? I don't know who you are, and you're just talking shit. See, Dragusin was very overwhelming and inspiring. He looked like a real old school defender against Ukraine. How dare you defend the manager of our club on his decision? What the heck is wrong? Thank you, Jordan. How dare I try to rationalize the thought process behind Ange Postecoglou in his first year managing the biggest club he's ever managed? That's crazy for me. I mean, I get it. Hey, you're allowed to think Ainge is whatever the fuck. I don't really care. He's not my dad. But I just share how I feel. Reguilon is the worst person in the world, according to you. Bro, what is your obsession with Reguilon? Move on, bro. He's got a girlfriend. Her name's Martha. Or Marta. I don't think there's an H, actually. I might be wrong. But, like, get off this Reguilon shit. He's not good enough. He's not. He could probably do decent at Sevilla. Let him go. Or Atletico Madrid or whoever won him. Out there in Spain, I'm sure he's... Toney will go for 40 million. Brentford just want to see if anyone is crazy enough to pay that 55 plus. 50, I think, is a fair ask. 40 seems kind of undervalued, in my opinion. I'll be honest. David Shear. Big up, David Shear. Good to see you in the house. Finally, we're getting our... the ratio of people who, you know... Big up, David, man. Good to see you in the house. I think Ainge explained in a presser that the reason he hadn't put Van de Ven at left back earlier was because of the left back position is very tight. He has mentioned this chance, but don't you dare use this as a chance. Don't you dare try to fucking rationalize Ainge's decision making. How dare you, Chance Cofield? How dare you? How dare you use a very real quote that I remember as well when he was asked, because the moment he moved Van de Ven to left back, he scored a goal. And I think he almost had an assist as well. And then the next game, he did get an assist. It was clear Van de Ven at a left back, he could cook. Van de Ven is a fucking fantastic player. So, yeah, obviously he's going to face a question from somebody at some point about why didn't you do this sooner? Because obviously this dude is the bee's knees in Van de Ven. And Dragusin is actually not that bad of a left-sided center back, even though he primarily used to play on the right. Like, these are all good things. I don't, like, according to someone, I hate all of our players. I don't hate all of our players, but that's crazy. I think you ask anyone that I've ever streamed with, does Jacob hate Tottenham Hotspur players? Just see the answer you would get. But this is exactly what Ainge said when they were like, and all the fans all over YouTube, every faceless account like this, every account that doesn't have a name, doesn't have a photo, just like, they all said, oh, Ainge, he should have done this. Oh, Ainge, he should have done that. Like, for some reason, because you're on YouTube and you support a club, all of a sudden you know the inner workings that's happening. You know what a player's going through, the nuances in their training, and you know where their mindset is at physically and mentally. But hey, God forbid I say, this might be why Ainge did that. Oh, you just defend Ainge way too much. All right, dude, whatever, man. You can't win. You know, when people disagree, it's because of something other than there's information that could make me believe that. And I think that's very strange. 40 million for Toney is max, in my opinion, says Morley. Really? Bro, 12 months ago, he was at over 100. Brentford said anything under 100, we ain't even looking at. I think Arsenal tried to bid 80 or something like that last summer, if I remember correctly. Romania is weaker team than Ukraine. Clearly not. They held 3. So we'll see. We had no chance but to put Royal and Skip. No choice, rather. That is the one thing you can say about Royal and Skip. They're always fit and they'll play wherever the hell you play them. Toney's got 1 year left on his contract. That's a very good point, Richie B. Why he could only be 40, and now Morler's cooking. I think actually Morler, you probably with 12 months, you're absolutely right. 40 million is the max. I didn't think about that. Bro is so upset about Reguilon, dog. He is. Why else would 2 times UCL winner Jose buy him? Oh, this is funny. Ren, how dare you? Ren, no smiling, no rationalization. Come on now. Common sense, Ainge tried Reggie twice and he was stuffed. Bro, I know Lamine Yamal's generational, but it's not a good look when the first appearance a manager sees of you, a 16-year-old is dancing on your grave. That's not the greatest foot to get off of. And then you go play West Ham. Or no, he got cooked versus West Ham, and then he went and got cooked versus Lamine Yamal at Barcelona. That's the order it was. So it was Jared Bowen who cooked him. So he saw a Premier League winger for a bang average Premier League side cooking this left back. He said, you know, I don't think that's really what I want to see on my left-hand side. So reality is, regardless of what Jose thinks of Reguilon, Jose Mourinho is not the manager of Tottenham Hotspur any longer. So there we are. What did I do? I was using you as an example. Big up, Ren. What happened to the background music, Jacob, or is it just lower? Dry roast peanut, I've got it low, nice and low. Some people don't like it, but I got it nice and low. Ainge should hopefully, fingers crossed, have the experience of the year tactically, so we should see improvement tactically if he gets his players. Tactically, I didn't think there was a problem other than the players' decision-making and their execution of the tactics. I thought the tactics were fine, in my very amateur opinion. I'm not saying I know it all like I'm some fucking X's and O's tactico. By my account, Ainge set us up in a way that these players couldn't execute. Now, who's at fault for that? Is it Ainge and expecting these players to be at a average level minimum? How do you think Brennan Johnson has so much GA? It's because of the tactics. How did Timo Werner enter this squad and in his first 4 games have 4 GA? It's because of the tactics. But we want to say, oh, because they didn't work. I understand. I get really upset with this horseshoe Hotspur bullshit when we're sitting in the final third just passing the ball. Eventually, it goes back to Vicario, or we make a mistake and we get caught out in the counter. I hate that shit just as much as the next guy. It's very frustrating. But if we have better players that can tactically play the like what Ainge has set them up to do, if they can execute it better and have more quality at the end of their passes and their shots and better decision-making, then no one would be bringing up tactics, in my opinion. I like all the tactics I've seen. Again, my amateur experience, the tactics are fine. How else can you convince me why Brennan Johnson, Timo Werner, and everyone got decent GA? There's a lot of people Brennan Johnson got more GA than, and that I think are a lot better players. But God forbid the tactics set him up to just tap it in at the back post. Mickey Van de Veen was bad versus Newcastle. Oh my God, bro. One bad game for Mickey Van de Veen. That's crazy. This guy is losing it over Reguilon. Reggie's a great crosser of the ball, but he's a defender that can't defend. I wouldn't even say he's that great at crossing the ball. I wouldn't even say he's that good in the final third. I can't believe in 2024 I'm being forced to fucking talk about Sergio Reguilon. It's fucking madness. He's not even that good. Like, yes, he can cross it better than Ben Davies. When he goes forward, it's better than Ben Davies. Yeah. Woo, we're better than Ben Davies. That's like me saying, at least I'm not fat as that fat guy. That doesn't mean I'm not fat just because I'm not as fat as him. What are we doing? Immaculate vibes falling off the rails. Big up Tot Spurs, big up Jacob and all. I see where you're looking at players we've been monitoring with no intention of bidding as we desire other players we're talking to. Don't send a bid to send your desire. But apparently we did send a bid and it was rejected for 40 mil. But apparently that's fake. You know, who the fuck knows what anything is anymore? GA got people saying Brennan and Timo ain't bad. Deshaun, I'm saying the tactics can only do so much for a player before Timo Werner skies it 6 minutes, 40 seconds into Newcastle. And then all of a sudden, a minute later, they're going down and scoring a goal, being up 1-0. But I'm supposed to believe it's Ainge's fault that Timo Werner tried to fucking volley a cross. Timo Werner should not be trying to volley that cross, especially when you're as open as he was in that moment. Son was open in that moment. Everyone was open in that moment. But he went for the fucking Zlatan, and I don't blame him. What? But I reckon you never exercise. What are you talking about? I'm trying to find your previous comment to see if I. Bro, Mapin's been on my neck all fucking stream, bro. But I reckon you've never exercised same synergy for Conte and all of our other managers. Why Ainge so different than why he gets all of your backing, which other managers couldn't get. Don't get this. Mapin, here's a few things. And I've been spending more time discussing this with you than I have the subject matter of the fucking show. So after this, I hope we can move forward amicably. But Mapin Praisal, I've given a lot of attention to this. No super chat. You're not a member. This is free. You're in the free seats, and I'm giving you this attention because I feel like you're doing what a lot of people do to me that is wrong and incorrect. Not just wrong like from a human to a human, but like it's just factually not true. Because if you go back, and my channel's been up long enough that Conte was a manager, so maybe if you cared to know what my actual fucking opinion was before you just typed this fucking paragraph of bullshit, you would know my opinion of Conte. You would know what I said about the players and what I said about Conte back when he was actually our fucking manager. But no, you come here now and you're only here with this recency bias. You're like, oh, well, I didn't hear Jacob doing this for Conte. Did you look at the fucking tape? Did you listen to what I said about Conte? Did you listen to what I said about the players with Conte? No, you just opened your fucking mouth because you didn't like what I said because it went against what you said about Ainge. So instead, what you try and do is be like, oh, well, you didn't do this for Conte. Bro, I got accused of twerking for Conte. I have a fucking Conte bobblehead I haven't even burned yet, which I told Zapur I would burn in a very ceremonious burn. So before you open your mouth, Mapin, just fucking do your research and don't tell me bullshit and lies. Don't fucking get into my chat and start lying. You in here lying on my name. I reckon you never consider. I reckon you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So again, I hope after this we can amicably move forward. But go watch the shit. I'm not going to rehash my feelings on Conte, my synergy, my exercisation of synergy for Conte and all our other managers. Do you know how I felt about Jose? No, you don't. But have you gone back and listened to how I felt? No, you don't. Do you ask? No, you just assume. That's what you're doing, Mapin. And that's fucked. All right? It's stupid and it's wrong. So don't do it. When you come in here, you can ask me how I felt about those managers. You can ask me how I felt about this, that, and the other. You can challenge what I say. You can disagree with what I say. You can bring an opposite viewpoint on anything that I say. That's the whole fucking point of this thing. But when you say you don't get it, why he gets all your backing but no other manager does, you're just talking out your ass. So that's about as much time I'm going to spend on that. At least while you're not a member or super chatting, because if there's one thing I can't stand, it's fucking liars. And when you come in here spewing bullshit, lying, oh, you only back Ainge, you don't criticize Ainge, you're a liar. Jacob, am I delusional in thinking we're pushing for a title next year? Technically, we all start on the same amount of points. So no, it is not delusional. What would be delusional, Dry Roast Peanut, is if, we're 20 games in and it's mathematically possible, but systematically doesn't look that way, then I would say yes. But for right now, you're allowed to believe we're pushing for a title next year. You're allowed to believe we're pushing for a quad because every team starts on the same amount of points, as far as I understand it. bro, what is this deal with Regalon? I'm fighting this dude about Regalon. I'm fighting Mapin lying about me and my feelings about Ainge. Like, what are we doing here? Today's so weird. Is it Monday? Everyone feels some type of fucking way on a Monday. Damn. What are we doing here? What are we doing? Bro, who's Reggie? Oh, that was funny. Bro, thank you. I needed that laugh, bro, because I was losing the plot. I'm getting pissed off because of liars. I hate lying, so it pisses me off. Bro, who's a Regalon? Oh, that shit was funny. Oh, man. Oh, God, that was funny. Thank you for that, bro. That was a fantastic. I'm glad I go through all the comments, man, because you miss comments like that. Bro, who's a Reggie? Saying Reguilon's a better crosser than Davies, like saying Winks is a better long passer than Skip. Micro penis conversations, man. That's what that is. Oh, jeez. That was funny, man. That was funny. I'm taking notes on everyone who disses Brendan Johnson. Next season he cooks. Hey, Dry Roast Peanut. I hope you get on in here and you tell me all the wrong I said about him. I do. Because as of right now, I am unimpressed. I wouldn't say I've completely kicked him out the door and closed it, but I've definitely been like, you know what, Brennan? That's the direction of the door. But, you know, hey, if he gets fucking 25 GA next year, him and Timo with 25 GA, we're fucking cooking. What are we doing? That's 50 GA from Brennan and Timo. But then they'll say, oh, the tactics are shit. Jeez. Jeez. A good preseason will see us in. Good. Hey, big up, David. Come on now. Come on now. It's a double stand. All right, I don't know what's going on. You know, Mapin, I'm sorry, bro. You kept pushing. When you poke the bear, man, just let the bear chill. Jacob is turning Super Saiyan. Kayukin 20 times. Hey. Conte signed on for an 18-month contract. He wasn't the right man for the job, says David. Yeah, I'm sorry. I lost the plot. Jeez. Yeah, I'm going to move on. I'm almost caught up. I'm so almost caught up. I reckon you don't know what the fuck you talking about. Love it, Jacob. Bro, I reckon. Big up Mapin, bro. He's laughing. He said it's unbelievable. Big up Mapin. Every single time. True fans support all players, not just the ones who perform better. This is madness, bro. This is madness. This is crazy. Yeah, I mean, you should support them, like, you know, as a human, but you shouldn't support their employment at your club if they're not good enough. What are we talking about? Free t-shirt for anyone that can say how many times Jacobs used the F word. YouTube will make sure that they fucking... There we go. There's another one. YouTube will make sure that they keep a count, and they're like, limited ads because you cuss too much, Jacob. YouTube, shut the fuck up. How about that? Third place and a cup. I'll take it. Come on now. I did watch a few of your podcasts, Jacob, back then. Thank you for supporting since back then. Then you would know. Like, you would know how I felt about Conte. I supported Conte. I still think that if Conte had gotten fucking Bastoni and Bajorno and some of the other targets he wanted, rather than the Jed Spences and the fucking... I know he wanted Perisic. I was about to... But who else did we sign that fucking summer? Richarlison? You spend that 60 on another different striker, you know? I always remain. It wasn't Conte's fault that he failed here. I feel that comfortably. And I got hey, people talk plenty of shit to me because I wasn't blaming Conte. This is the same shit to me then that they're saying to me now about Ainge. Oh, you don't blame him. Oh, you don't do it. I blame him for the shit that I see. But what I don't blame him for is the ineptitude of this club. The way that this club has operated towards its first team. I don't blame him for that. I don't blame him for the 20 years of fucking failure. I blame him for the shit that happens when he's here. What can I blame Ainge for? The FA Cup exit, or excuse me, the thing exit, the Carabao Cup losing so quickly. I actually don't blame him for that. And I've justified it a whole bunch of times in a whole bunch of different places why I don't blame him for the FA or the Carabao Cup. FA Cup is a different story. You can blame him. We lost to the eventual Premier League winners off of one goal on a set piece in the 80th minute. Blame him for that, yes. Blame him for the fact that that wasn't, and it actually wasn't the first time that oppositions started to target Vicario on set pieces. But what they did was they put it on the main stage. Look at this. This guy's might be suspect in set pieces. Then we started conceding a bunch of set pieces. To me, I always kept my energy the same. Speaking of energy, the same. David Shear. Big up, David Shear. Becoming a sponsor tonight. And as always, every night. Let me see. I'm going to refresh this YouTube. See, welcome to the 10-inch club, David Shear. Big up. What is that? Because you already were a member. So now you've upgraded to the 10-inch club. Big up to you, David Shear. I appreciate that support, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh, it lapsed. Hey, that's all good. Big up, David. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for financially supporting the channel. That does mean a lot, buddy. So thank you for being a financial sponsor. Where was it? Big up, David, every single time, man. Hope you're good. Oh, shit. My chat just refreshed and all of them went away. Big up, AK. AK's back in the house. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you are well. What that 4P? Yeah, you did get. You did get that 4P, didn't you? Big up to you, man. Long time no see. The money for Toney is crazy. He's no better than Defoe, Bent, Crouch, etc. I mean, I'd take a Jermaine Defoe in this team. I'd take a Peter Crouch in this team. I'd take Ivan Toney. Big up, Fifth. Man, that was funny. Adam, imagine if Toney fails, the meltdown will be palpable. And he might. Shout out Gucci Mane. Bitch, I might be. Could you imagine if we all started hating on Udogie? It would be disgusting, but Reguilon is fine because he played under Mo. This guy. Bro, you've got to move on. For your own sanity, you've got to move on past this Reguilon thing. He's just not good enough. It's like me and Adama Traore. I have to accept he's just not good enough to be a target, to be a guy that we go for. It's okay. I like him as a player. I want him to be successful, but we just got to move on. Yeah, man. Pick up, Wilsey. The chat is moving crazy, AK. You said, hey, I'm back at United Spurs of America, but this shit moving real funny. Jose's 2 coaches back. Enjoy the Turkish league. Where he? Fenerbahce. They're all upset because Galatasaray won the league. Tongi and Ndombele won. Bro, Tongi and Ndombele won 2 leagues in a row in different leagues. This guy can't stop winning trophies, man. So Skip is better than Real Madrid. Bro, they don't even play the same position. What are you doing? I mean, what are we doing? True fans support the club, not individual players. The club is the star. You know, I'm going to have to cook Reguilon again. That motherfucker was rooting Manchester United on during the Premier League season when we were doing direct competition and league position with them. He was saying, go United, good luck, boys, like a fucking cheerleader. And then this guy, the common sense revolution, more like the fucking no sense revolution. This revolution is for sure not televised because it's just you and these crazy thoughts. Golden boy Reguilon. I don't think his mother hasn't even said you're a golden boy. What are we doing? This is madness. So Skip is better than Madrid's golden boy. What, bro? This chat is crazy. I'm convinced international competition fucks with people's heads to an extent in which they start losing shit. Like y'all are losing it today. David, it's good to have you back, man. Talk some sense. We need some sense. Richie B. We have appointed a new head coach, or Brighton have appointed a new head coach. That's right. This guy, bro. I can't with this common sense guy. It's like this is like the aristocratic Tottenham fan that was like not aristocratic at all. This guy's crazy. Big up to you, buddy. I hope you're good, man. I got nothing but you. You haven't been mean, so I'm not trying to be mean. I apologize if I've been mean. I'm not trying to be mean, but Jesus Christ, this guy is just saying crazy shit, and I need to ignore it. I need to be better at ignoring the crazy chads. Ah, jeez. Who's a reggie, bro? What is a regalon? I'm really sorry if I took the piss out of you, Jacob. Love your channel regardless. Hey, big up Mapin. No, I just got upset because I felt like you were misrepresenting my stances. I've always been like, come on now. Yeah, bro, packing Reggie's. I love Conte. I was excited. Bro, when we signed Conte, I legit was like, we're going to win a fucking trophy. We were this close with Jose, but now we got what I was told Jose in his prime. You know, the whole like, sit back and counter type thing. And that didn't happen. Have been past 8 months, fifth elemento. It's been more than 8 months of membership, bro. We almost got a YouTube baby. Big up. Jacob, you talk about Defoe as if you've seen him play. I have seen him play. What are you talking about? I mean, not like at the stadium because I haven't been there. But I have seen Defoe play. I'm not sure what you're talking about. The quality of the Premier League is declining. It's fair to say. You know, it's an interesting thought, this quality of the Premier League declining, because a lot of people were taking this piss out of Scotland. And I remember looking at their their starting 11 when they got their ass whooped by Germany. It was like, I think it was about 8 out of their starting 11 were from the Premier League. And most of Germany people were from Germany. Or they played in Bundesliga, rather. Did I just hear my son cry? I think I just heard a baby. I got too many kids. I don't know which one's which. Bro, Regalon's crazy. Regalon prop in 2024 is crazy. Defoe was brilliant. Been a Spurs fan since 81 from Australia when we won it. Will come again. The European double in the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Shout them out. Big up. 75 people here. Smash the likes. Come on, Nawaf. Let them know. Keep hitting those likes. Or don't. It's all good. You don't have to do anything. Now I got to know you support every manager at this club regardless of anything, adversity, setbacks, highs, ups. Fair play to you. You okay? Do you need help? I don't know if I'm in trouble. I don't blame Jose for coming here and it was all fucked. I blame Pochettino for stuff more so because he was here for so long. So there's a lot of like tactical stuff you can poke holes in. And not tactical, personnel stuff that you can poke holes in. But it's the club, bro. Jose got us to a final and we sacked him 5 days before. I'll never forget. Bro, Jose was starting fucking Tanganga, Roden, Dyer, Winks, fucking who else, bro? Some of the lineups I've seen from years past that I just pushed out of my brain is actually fucking insane. Like, I'm actually going to go and find, because there was some tweets that I bookmarked that were like, show me you're loyal. And it's like, they post a squad and it's like, yes, this is proof that I am one loyal motherfucker. Hang on, where is it? Bro, look at this shit. This is the shit. Hang on, let me do it this way. This will do better. This is a Jose. No, this is Conte. Either way, one of them motherfuckers had this team. I can't remember which one had it. Look at this team. Tell me one of these fucking players starts anywhere for your team. You're a Big Six club. Does any of these players make your starting fucking 11, let alone your bench? You could say maybe Gio on the bench for Villa. That's it. What's up, just a harmless potato? Look at this. This is crazy, man. I think this was Jose. Yeah, Jose had him. Thank you. This was Mourinho. Look at this team, bro. And I was still supporting this fucking club through this. Bro, a double pivot of Winks and Lo Celso? What the fuck are we talking about? Hey, big up. Like I said, you didn't cause me any offense. I just thought it was crazy. You're allowed to be crazy, though. Don't let me change how you want to support your club, man. I don't think anyone should be abused, even if they're on loan, but like Reguilon got to go. He's not good enough. And that's just, look at this team. Please get rid of it. Oh, you want to see some? I got another one for you. This isn't the only one. This is an actual fucking starting 11. Dear God. I got more. Hang on. These are old stuff. We already did this. I think I have another one somewhere. Do I? God dang it. Maybe not. Did I unbookmark it? I think I did because I was having PTSD. And so I only kept one in the bookmark. I think that's how it worked. Yeah. Because it was right. It was right around this stuff. The Rodrigo stuff. Anyway. Ain't that crazy? Y'all want to see that team one more time? Let me know. Y'all want to see that again? Imagine starting Sanchez next to Tanganga and expecting a draw. Bro. This is the craziest. This is the craziest. Why we survived relegation and mid-tables all these years? Because Son and Kane. Yep. I would agree with that. There was moments from other players, but bro, that team's crazy to look at and deep. The fact that that was ours. That was our starting 11. We all adjusted our lives. All Tottenham fans adjusted our lives and our loved ones and our responsibilities. Moved all that shit around for this. Starting 11. This is what, oh, baby, I would have a romantic fucking dinner with candle lights and shit. But guess what, honey? I got to go watch Golini in net. Golini. And the four fuckers in front of him, Davies and Roden, the Welsh duo, the fucking Wales international team up. The Wales, baby. Fucking Davies and Roden, yes. And Davinson Sanchez was our fucking player of the match with 7.6. Next to Tanganga. Millwall love Tanganga and they won't even spend $5 million on him. That was our right back. Bro, let's just move past the double pivot of Harry Winks and Gio Lo Celso. Let's just move past the double pivot of Winks and Lo Celso, and let's just look at this forward forward line, if we can call it that. Steven Bergwijn, which gave me one of the most recent enjoyable endings to a match in recent history. Shout out Steven Bergwijn, who's barely scraping by at Ajax in the Eredivisie, by the way. That was our left winger. Dele Alli in the 10 with a 5.6. And guess who's to his right? Brian Hill. Brian fucking Hill. Bergwijn had a little decent. I loved Bergwijn because he had a little bit of something, but then he fell into the same trap that all Tottenham players fall into. Oh, I'm getting paid a decent amount of money and I don't fucking have to do nothing. I can just fart and I get paid. And to be fair, Bergwijn didn't get much of a chance. He was brought in as, his position's left wing and that's Sonny's position. So it's like, did he think? And, scoring a goal on your fucking debut is always a tough thing to follow up. So, big up Brian Brown. Good to see you. Big up David Shears says, Jacob, I'd like to see a list of who has moved on and who has come in under Ainge. We were 2 points off fourth with Kane gone. Let that sink in. The change in 11 months has been huge. Brian Hill and chill, bro. No. Long way to continue. Big up David Shear. A list I can mentally think of. Okay, Eric Dyer's gone. Yes. And Hugo's gone, and fucking Davinson Sanchez is gone. Winks is gone. That's 4 that I've been crying about to leave this club for years. And that's 4 that survived Jose and Conte. There's a list on Transfer Market. I guess I'll fucking how do I look that up? Transfer Market, Ainge departures. They're probably going to Ainge departures. What the fuck? Let's go. Let's do this. Accept and continue. How about that? There's a list. All right. Which one? Wait. What in the fuck? Hang on. Let me see. What's going on here? Hey, look, they even got the latest rumor, Vanderson, which is actually the subject of the fucking show that I haven't even talked about, and we're an hour in. Sessegnon is gone. That's true. That is true. When you have a player like Son, the backup has to be versatile, otherwise they'll never play. Very well point. And Dombele's gone. There's a list. Oh, look, there's Sergio. Wait, let's see. No, not arrivals. Where's departures? There we go. All right. Well, these are some good names getting off our fucking books, I'll be honest. Except for Harry Kane. If Ainge wants Vanderson, go get him. Now, I'll be honest. I didn't ever watch a game and be like, hey, look at that guy, Vanderson. I haven't. There's plenty of people who have. So when I've talked to the ones who have, they say, oh, he's fantastic. He's great. I love him. He will be a great right back for you. And then I say, okay, well, where's he at in regards to Pedro Porro? Is he better going forward? Defending, they say he's probably as dodgy defending as Pedro Porro, but he's very good going forward. So then I say, okay, well, is he as good as Pedro Porro going forward? They say no, but he is very good at going forward. So it sounds to me like this is a guy to come in and compete with Pedro Porro. Vanderson, 22-year-old Brazilian. When you look at that heat map, that says right back to me. 20 matches played, and he started every single one of them. He had 3 goals, which equals, in the French league, that equals as many, because I definitely don't watch the French league, I'll be honest. That equals as many goals as Pedro Porro had, I believe, in his campaign, was 3. 1 assist. Again, he's a right back, so, like, I'm not expecting those numbers to be crazy. And this is just fucking SofaScore, so please don't allow these stats to base your opinion on a player, good or bad. 2021, Monaco got him for 11 mil from Grêmio, which is in Brazil, I believe. Interceptions, about 2 a game, 3 tackles a game. Wins possession about half a game, 1.6. A lot of recoveries. Dribbled past twice a game on average. 2 clearances on average. 1 error leading to a shot in 20 matches. Passing is not great, all in the 40%, so that's not fantastic. But, hey, again, I don't fucking know Vanderson that great. But apparently, we want him. Apparently that we want him, so. I've heard good things about him. I don't know who he is, I'm honest. Mapen says, Vanderson is brilliant. Why are people moaning on the internet that we are obliged to play 40 million quid for a backup? He might even turn. The thing for me is it's not even a backup, bro. It's 40 mil for squad depth. It's not a backup. You don't want to go out there and be like, I'm looking for a backup. You say, I'm looking for a guy who can try to unseat Pedro Porro in his position. Vanderson, by all accounts, seems like a player who could do that. If you're not willing to fork up $40 million for a guy you want to be better than I want Vanderson to come in and show more defensive capabilities than Pedro Porro, and that he is as good going forward as Pedro Porro, and he can pass the ball as good as Pedro Porro. The 40 mil, if he could do all that, don't sound like a bad investment. I mean, people moaned when we spent 40 some or 30 some, whatever it was, on Dragusin. They said, oh, he's not even going to start. He ain't going to get game time. How dare he? Oh, all the Spurs, the whiny Spurs fans, the ones, the ones wah, oh, it's not, oh, it's Dragusin. He should have gone to Bayern because, it's Bayern and this is Tottenham and wah. And it's like, okay, let's take a step back and let's look at it. Would he got game time at Bayern? Yes. Did he get game time with us? Yes. To me, why you want to go play for Bayern when you can play for Tottenham Hotspur, boy? Come on, talk to me nicely. But in all honesty, there's something to be said about what we are starting here, I think. You have Bergvall saying, the Bergvall to Barca, well, I guess was primarily because he will be involved. We are like, you will be involved in the first team at some point. And Barcelona was like, we can't give you those assurances. So he chose us. Maybe it was something similar with Dragusin. But all the whining Spurs fans, all I heard from them about Dragusin is, well, this must, he must have been so miserable seeing Emerson start in front of him and all these other people start in front of him when he's just sitting there and we spent all this money on him and he could have gone to Bayern and look, if we're going to try and act like a Real Madrid or act like a Manchester, let's even focus on our league. We're trying to act like Manchester City, who just did a four-peat, something never done in the English Premier League before. What do they have? Fucking quality at every position and on the bench. Most of the players on the bench would start for the teams in the Premier League. And that's a pretty blanket statement. I'm sure there's one or two that's like, oh, he don't get in at United. If, I get that. I understand. It's a pretty blanket fucking statement. But my point being is, teams' best players go to be on the bench at City. And if we can't get fucking Monaco or whatever this France team is to give us their best defender, let's say, I don't know he's their best defender, but let's just fucking say he is. All right. To go, my camera's unfocused. I don't know why, because I'm moving around and I'm getting sweaty probably. But my point being, without getting distracted, is 40 million for a guy who, I'm not saying backup, I'm saying challenge to be our starter. Push Pedro Porro to be a better player. Right? We want a guy that's technically backing up Destiny, right? But I want him to challenge Destiny for that starting position. I don't want to bring a striker in that's near and about where we're at. I think Ivan Toney comes in and he immediately starts. He steps that position up. There's another guy, and I know y'all are going to be like, oh, Jacob, you're talking out your ass now. But he said it. He said, I got to go. I want to leave. He's a left winger. And if you know who he is, where is it? I've got it somewhere. Anyway, I'm going to distract myself with a subject that I did not have planned to talk about. But it was Kavica Kvaratskhelia. He wants to leave Napoli ASAP. He said, please let me leave. I got to go. I don't want to be here. And he says Conte's a criminal. He didn't say that last part, but let's just say he did. But I saw this as well from Fabrizio. Brighton making contact with Somerville. Not an easy one. Many clubs looking at Somerville, but Brighton have started initial talks to explore the possibility. Liverpool and Chelsea have been monitoring him. It is still an open race. Why haven't Tottenham joined in on this race? He's a quality winger. I've liked him. I've admired him. I liked him when he played in the Premier League with Leeds. I liked everything I saw from him in the Championship. A player needs to dominate in the Championship if he's going to be decent, at least in the Premier League. And he dominated in the Championship, in my opinion. He was the only reason that they were top of the league at one point. So for me, Somerville's fantastic. I would spend 40 mil on him, but that doesn't even mean that he starts. This is tying into the same thing. Like, that I was trying to say. Just because it's 40 mil for Vanderson doesn't mean I don't want him. Spend the, hey, my fucking money. Spend the money, get depth and quality in depth, and we'll be good. Big up RX Beats. Busy putting in a bet for Toney to join Spurs. Hey, that was that right now? Is that why you're saying we ain't bid for Somerville? Big up RX Beats. Good to see you back in the house, my friend. With the Czar. What is that? Zimbabwe? Zimbabwe money? I don't know. But big up. Bro, I just saw something. 40 million is peanuts these days. That's what I'm saying. It's not that expensive. We spent 60 on Richarlison, and he doesn't start. We don't want him to start. Who's Galini? What is a Galini? Imagine starting Davies and Emerson. Bro, we did that. We got a draw versus City with Emerson and Davies as our center back. And you want to know why we got a fucking draw versus them? Because of one man? Not really just because of one man. Lest we forget, look, I'm going to be fair. I was just shitting on Brennan Johnson. But without Brennan Johnson switching to the left-hand side, crossing the ball into the center where Kulusevski was, we don't get that draw. So big up Brennan Johnson. We also got that point because of him. So, but again, that's, oh shit. I saw a message from Chang and my chat keeps, there it is. A very good Tuesday to everyone who's tuning in live or watching on playback. Your subscription, likes, and shares of this stream video is very much appreciated. Come on, you Spurs, and peace out. Big up Chang every single time, my brother. Hope you are doing well, my friend. It's probably late out there for you, right? It must be a crazy time for you. I've heard that Vanderson has been dribbled past the most times out of all right backs in League One. That's not good, if that is true. I don't know. Like I admitted, I don't watch the French league. I've heard his name in the Twitter. I've heard his name on YouTube, but I've never watched him. I never was like, yo, let me check out Monaco. I did watch Leeds. That's why I feel confident in saying I think Somerville come in and cook. But, you know, hey, everyone's got opinion on the player. So, Hugo, big up Jacob. Smash the likes, you people. Come on, you Galapagos Islands. Yes, sir, Hugo. Come on, you Galapagos. Big up Dry Roast Peanut. Jacob, you're on fire tonight. I am hot. Very sweaty. But hopefully that doesn't mean I'm on fire. I'm on fire. This can't be Jose's side. Hill wasn't there. Must be Nuno's. Oh, poor Nuno, dude. As much as I didn't like Nuno, if this is true, rip Nuno, man. R.I.P. to Nuno. Because this is a fucking death wish. You know, when they, like, in the medieval sense, you're like, hey, we're going to send our weakest troops in first, and then we'll have our cavalry swing in behind, you know, Alexander the Great style. And fucking poor Nuno, man. We just sent him to, we sacrificed the Nuno. Romero, Van de Veen, Dragusin, and Calafiori would be the best center back quartets in the continent. Okay, so Calafiori is a guy I heard of a little bit before. Obviously, he went viral, and he went viral. So big up to him for, you know, having the hairband and the hair, and everyone's like, wow, look at this guy. He has aura and all the other stuff that they like. But I mean, I'll be honest. Did I watch Bologna? A little bit to see Jed Spence, but that's really it. What I would say about this is he's 22 years old, same price as Vanderson. And it looks like he's going to be our left backup. If we got him, backup, whatever. This is what I'm talking about. This guy, by all accounts and purposes, seems like a player who can challenge destiny for that starting spot. Does he come in and he's automatically better? That's debatable. Does he come in and is he at a level that we believe he can challenge what is starting in that position anyway? I think yes. He's also a left-sided center back as well. Which we don't have a Mickey backup. Dragusin was forced to play as a left-sided center back, when in reality he's a right-sided center. Now, again, I think those things are very interchangeable. If you're a fucking defender, you can defend on the right and the left. It's really just, you know, kind of, yeah. But anyway, by all accounts, he seems like a good little player. But I'll show you the official source, the source that said it that I saw. Is that we've inquired to Bologna over this. We've inquired. That's a word. Hang on. Let me put this back up. Wait, let me go desire. What is this one? Inquired. Here we go. Inquired. There we go. I'm adding that. I'm going to have a little running thing. We've got desire. We've got believed to be looking. We've got inquired and prepared to be considering. These are game changers, y'all. We talked about the stadium being a game changer. No. No. I'll tell you what's the game changer, baby. Our desire. That desire, the prepared to be considering, these are the vibes we're rocking with tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And really for the rest of summer, I think. South Africa. Big up RX Beats. Good to see you, my friend. South Africa. I don't know what ZAR stands for then. I was going to try. I believe Vanderson would start ahead of Porro. I haven't seen much, but he can actually defend like a real defender. I haven't seen much or at all. I don't know. I have fat thumbs here, Mapin. Kavicha Kvaratskhelia. Now you go get Kavicha, Toney, Ezzy. We are cooking. And then get these two guys. Boom. That's a 10 out of 10 window, baby. We're going to fucking win the league. I don't give a damn. But will we do it? Probably not. Am I getting ahead of myself? Of course I am. But Somerville would fit well at Brighton. This is my theory. If Somerville was to go to Brighton, they got a lot of wingers that they got to either get rid of or move a couple on, loan some out. If Somerville goes to Brighton, I would expect one of them to be for sale. Most likely on the right. Maybe the left in Matoma. Thoughts on the Kubo links from Real Sociedad? I did a show about it the other day, talking about the Kubo. Actually, I don't know if I even did talk about Kubo because I get so distracted during these fucking shows. And sometimes I don't even talk about. But I've seen a handful, not even a handful. That's probably less than a handful of Real Sociedad matches when they played in the Champions League this year. And I do remember being like, oh, that guy on the right looks interesting. He's kind of unpredictable and he's getting past his man a lot. He picks up the ball and he drives. That's all I really can say. As far as his finishing in the final third, couldn't fucking tell you. As far as what he could bring to the squad, I really couldn't tell you. But what I could tell you is he at least stood off the page when I watched the Real Sociedad. I can say that. But I wasn't like, oh, let me go get this Kubo. There was someone else also. Who else? Who was the other guy? I think he was like, I don't know if they were doing two strikers and he was like the right-sided striker. But I feel like he was a striker maybe. I don't know. But I'd take Kubo. Fuck it. Ainge knows him. He know him from the Japan League. And this will satisfy those people who said he promised that he would bring Japanese players. Or that he would unearth some kind of hidden talents in foreign links. Brendan Johnson, 5 goals and double-figure assists. Sorry for off topic, but Mbappe could miss the rest of the Euros with a broken face. Bro, you can't miss the rest of the Euros with a broken face when you play the game with your fucking feet, in my opinion. But hey, Mbappe's a whole enterprise. Mbappe is a whole company. So really, if you think about it, you just smashed his moneymaker. So it is broken. Did look bad. That nose looked fucked up. Only Watkins and Palmer had more assists than Johnson. We could have bid for Palmer. He went for cheap. He was less than Brendan Johnson. That's crazy. Pity on Nuno. Bro, we sacrificed the fuck out of him. Archie Gary's ceiling is much higher than Vanderson's, says Adam Phillip, and he can defend. I'm actually a fan of Archie Gray's. The potential for us to sign him because I feel like where he's at would be like a backup for Pedro Porro, but the ceiling is high, like you said, Adam Phillip. I think the ceiling is high, and I've also actually seen him on the left side as well. So I feel like he would kind of be a stopgap for two holes, but also he could potentially be better than Pedro Porro one day. The potential is there. We'll see. Yeah, I just looked. It says he gets dribbled past 1.9 times per game. It's a high average. It's kind of a high average. I wonder what... You know what? Let's compare then. If his is 1.9, let's see what Pedro Porro's is. Pedro Porro. How many times was he dribbled past? 1.7. So they're right there with it. They're neck and neck. One's got 1.9, one's got 1.7. 1.7 in a tougher league, mind you. So, I don't know. It'll be interesting. Calafiori is brilliant. I reckon he might be better too with his football IQ and technicality. However, he won't leave Italy for sure. That's probably true. Honestly, when I saw that we had approached Genoa about Riccardo Calafiori, I said, yeah, and everyone else and their fucking mother too. Like as soon as I saw the photos circulating of him and the hairband, you know the one I think I was just showing it. Where is it? This one. As soon as I saw this photo, I was like, this dude's about to get linked with every club under the sun. He's got that center back, like old school vibe about him. And I remember there was a very funny viral video. It was like he was getting interviewed post match, and it was by a blonde haired young woman. And his girlfriend or whatever she is, his partner, came up and started kissing him, hugging him, and wouldn't let him go. And then she did the rest of the interview with him, was like marking her territory. It was very, very funny to see. If we get Kavicha, we are not buying a striker. Yeah, that would. Yeah, you are right, because that would mean we're putting Sonny as our striker probably, because Sonny's not going to leave. Sonny's going to be a captain, whether I think it should go to Romero or not. I think Sonny's still going to be the captain. I haven't seen Kubo play. I've seen, like I said, I think 2. I can confidently say I watched 2 Real Sociedad matches in the Champions League, and it was when they got knocked out. Bowen from West Ham. I think Liverpool's trying to get Bowen to be their Salah replacement. He's not coming to Spurs, at least not this summer. He's throwing his toys out the pram at Napoli because they didn't get Champions League. Napoli probably won 100 million. That is true. Napoli also clapped back as well in regards to Kavicha, basically saying, we would like to it basically reminded me of what PSG did to Mbappe. How Mbappe was like, yeah, I want to leave. And then PSG was like, you're still under contract, so you're still mine. And that's basically what Napoli said to Kavicha. But fuck it, bro. I'll spend 100 million on Kavicha. I don't give a damn anymore. Just give me Kavicha. Jose also wanted Kavicha at Tottenham, by the way. But we said no. That's too much. They wanted 10 million. 10 million is crazy. And then he went to Napoli and he fucking has balled. Honestly, don't think Archie Gray would come to Tottenham because of the game time and hinder his development. If anything, we should buy and loan him back. Maybe buy and loan him to a recently promoted Premier League side so he gets Premier League experience. I don't know. Hey, big up, David. Got to go. Have a great show, Cobber. Big up to you, my friend. I appreciate that. And before you leave, thank you again for being a sponsor of the channel. Hope you have a great day, buddy. Was it Paco Ferreira Rocher game lineup? Ooh, it might have been the Paco Ferreira. Adam Phillip, man, shout out Adam Phillip. Hang on, let me get some balloons for Adam Phillip, because the Paco Ferreira Rocher game, I don't know if you called it that too, but that's literally what I called when we played Pacos de Ferreira. I call them Tacos de Ferreira Rocher. Yeah, it might have been. It might have been. Today, watching Mbappe was like watching Brendan Johnson. That one-on-one that he had, and he shot it wide. God, that reminds me too much. Anyway, back on topic before y'all distract me too much about this fucking team right here, and also Kylian Mbappe. Riccardo Calafiori. I don't think he's going anywhere this summer. But who knows? Maybe it's fake, because everything I was saying, everyone kept saying, oh, Jacob, that's fake. Oh, fuck you, that's fake. So, whatever. Big up Hyper Protagonist says, big up Jacob. Big up to you. Big up to you. Riccardo Calafiori. My name is Calafiori. I miss doing the Italian accents. I'll be so honest. Like, I miss this club, these players. You know, if you know who that is. This club. These players. You can change the manager, but you can't change the history of the club. Some shit like that. Fucking guy. That guy, man, I swear. Shout out Antonio, man. Fucking guy. Adi's Club. Does Killian have his mom as his screensaver? Ooh, I don't know. Maybe. Adi's players. Give us your best big Ange. What do you mean, like my Australian? Oh, mate, it's not a knife. That's the best I can do. It's pretty. My Australian's pretty bad. This is why I like to have Paul on, because he'll be like, "Oh, you know, instead of they'll say you know, because for some reason W's sound like R's. I don't get it. But hey, I'm not here to talk about phonetics. Man, I feel like y'all been listening to my voice for a long ass time. Should I play a clip or something? Is there a clip I should play? Ryan Yates, Brendan Yeast infection. I don't know what that. Jordan, I think you need to see a doctor. Mbappe and every France winger were dropping. Bro, France was fucking awful. I did not. Due to racism, that accent is horrible. You see, you can't just say due to racism and then think everyone understands the inside joke. Christopher, you're going to get me canceled. Big up RX Beats, another super chat. Hey, big up to you and all of South Africa, my brother. I hope you're doing well. I think someone told me, well, no, Kunle said in Nigeria, and I don't know where geographically that is on the continent of Africa, but in Nigeria, he said they are on the same time zone as England. Is that true for you, RX Beats? Says Gertruda better than Vanderson. Plays all along back four. You know, what's funny is the first time I heard Gertruda RX Beats, I think it was, they were saying we should get him as a 6. And then Gertruda showed that he's a good right back this year for PSV Eindhoven, I believe it is. Let me look it up. Gertruda. Girl, let me see that. Feyenoord. I knew it was Eredivisie. Fuck. Gertruda. I thought he was a 6, and then it turns out he's a fucking right back. But I mean, if you look at, oh, there it is. If you look at the heat map, looks just kind of like he favors the right-hand side. But big up Gertruda, man. I heard a lot of people talk very good about him. I mean, look at, oh my God. Look at these performances. Just from a like number standpoint, that's kind of good. Look at that. Look at that. Hang on. It's right above your super chat, my friend. 7.2, 7.6, 7.6, 7, 9.1, 7.4, 7.7, 7.3. Oh, that was for Netherlands, the last one. But anyway, point being, he's putting in a bunch of good shifts. Let's see. I'm just going to quickly skim through these. It seems like pretty decent performances. I'm fine. I mean, I have not watched Eredivisie last season. The season prior, I kept up with PSV heavily, but I did not watch this year because I did more fucking Big Six content, so I watched a lot less foreign leagues. And so that's where I need y'all as viewers to keep me up to date with people like Gertruda. He's only 23 years old. Little Niederleins guy. And Vanderson. I don't know who Vanderson is. I'd spent more time focusing on Premier League clubs because I was doing a bunch of Premier League content, so that's my fault. Oh, but there was something. No. Fuck. Gertruda. RX Beats, what are your thoughts on this guy that we were talking about? But I'll take Gertruda. Talk to me nicely. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. Oh, Ryan Yates. Ryan Yeast infection. I remember. Ryan Yeast infection. That fucking asshole from Nottingham Forest. Bro, in the first 90 seconds, he fouled Son 3 times. The first match we played versus Nottingham. Within 90 seconds, he fouled Son 3 times. And you kept calling him Brendan Yeast infection during the watch along. That's not the greatest insult I've ever given anybody, but you know what? I am a man of simple pleasures and simple correlations between names. The fact that it has a Y, an S, and a T, like you just, rearrange the last letters of his name and it spells yeast. And so fuck you, Brian Yeast. Ryan Yeast, that's right. Big up, Jose. Good evening, Jacob, and all you fantastic chatters. Big up to you. Arne Slot and Hank from Breaking Bad look so much alike. Bro, we have Pep, who looks like Walt, and then we have Arne Slot, who looks like Hank. Which one would Ainge be in Breaking Bad? I don't know. Who watches the Dutch league? I used to. I like PSV Eindhoven. I used to watch them, and that's why I liked Mohamed Kudus. That's why I wanted Bakayoko. That's why I wanted a few different players that come out of there that I really like. Gertruda plays as a 6 sometimes, a center back sometimes, and left back sometimes. Always good performance, and he will cost less than Vanderson. RX beats. You've sold me. Now, hey, if you heard it here first, wherever I go, I will say, yeah. Get me a Gertruda. How about that? All because RX beats my man from South Africa, but mainly right back. Hey, we need a solid right back, man, that could back up. See, there's the word backup. You can't say backup. They're going to cancel you. You say backup. Do you like Santiago Jimenez? I love me some Santiago Jimenez. When I look, again, I didn't watch much last year, but I've watched all the highlight tapes I've come out. I've seen a lot of his goals. I've seen a lot of the way that he plays. I've watched him from Mexico, the worst Mexican team I've ever seen. Viva la Mexico, by the way. But I like Santiago Jimenez for a few reasons. Because as a striker, he can receive the ball with his back to goal at the top of the box and on the half turn, generate enough power to put it fucking top bins or just hit a screamer, much like a Harry Kane could, much like an Ivan Toney can. Santiago Jimenez fits that mold and what I like as a striker. I don't like Richarlison trying to do that, and then it's just a whimper straight at the keeper. When he gets good contact, it's straight at the keeper. When he doesn't get good contact, it's a whimper. He gets good contact, it goes wide of the goal. These are what I don't like in a striker. But Santiago Jimenez, by all accounts, has shown the physical ability to receive the ball with his back to the net, half turn, boom, generate enough power to fucking challenge the keeper. He can score with right foot, left foot, and his head. Those are things also that I like in a striker. Left foot, right foot, score with your head. The only goals, the two most impressive goals I've seen Richarlison score were both versus Everton this year. They were both with his right foot, I believe, and they were very well taken goals. And maybe the second one was outside the box, but that's not enough that I like in a striker. But I said this as well, Chance, that 50 mil, whatever it is, 50, 60 mil, if we're spending that much for Santiago Jimenez, I personally would prefer to get Ivan Toney because he's shown he can do it in the Premier League. There is the question with Santiago Jimenez. Therein lies the question as well with the Victor Gyro kid, the one for Sporting. It's the same thing. Like, bro, you banging goal. Darwin Núñez was cooking the Portuguese league. He almost broke European records for goals and shit when he was at Benfica. So I am a little bit like, I'm reserved in my expectations of a Santiago Jimenez if he came in. But if we're going to drop 50, 60, which is apparently what they're asking, I'd rather spend 50 on Ivan Toney because he can do all those aforementioned things that I mentioned well. He can score with the left. He can score with the right. What else Santiago and Ivan Toney do well is their ball distribution. They can receive the ball right when we break into their half, He can receive the ball there, both players, Ivan Toney and Jimenez, receive the ball there, and they can find and distribute to both of the wingers. And I like that. That's what Harry Kane did that made Son elevate his game. I think you bring a striker like Santiago Jimenez, like Ivan Toney. These are the guys that I truly believe will help you get the best out of Heung-min Son. You need a striker that can hold up the ball, let Son make that run, and can make that pass. Then we get Son cooking. Then we get... But again, it's a gamble. Santiago Jimenez is a gamble, but his ceiling could be higher than Toney's. We don't know. I think we've seen Toney's ceiling. We've seen Toney performing at his best. We've seen what Toney will provide us at his best. And for me, he's the reason Ryan Mbeumo and Yohan Wissa looked as good as they did. And I'm not saying they're bad players. Give me Toney and Embuemo. Give me Toney and Vissa. I don't actually care. If they can play together that good there, they could do it here, I'll take it. But my point of being is like the profile of that striker, Santiago Jimenez, reminds me enough of an Ivan Toney, who reminds me enough of a Harry Kane to say, I want this guy. He can bang goals. He can generate enough power on the half turn to fucking bin it. That's what I'm talking about. And the passing. Remember when he cooked us, bro, he was absolutely killing us in regards to getting the ball first touch on a counter and then boom, hitting the next guy. And that second pass would be the one that cut us open. He was killing us, man. The second game versus Brentford it was. Jimenez, wouldn't mind him. He has unleashed potential and can grow into a better player. Hasn't tried into a league yet. However, he has quality. Gidokidis, is that the same guy with the Arsenal tattoo? Yeah, I think he has an Arsenal tattoo. Mateter? I don't... that's the striker for Crystal Palace. I'll be honest, like, when I watch him, I haven't been impressed. Not saying he's not better than fucking Richarlison. 26-year-old France. I'm looking him up real quick. Yeah, Jean-Philippe Mateta. He cooked Newcastle. Oh, shit. He had a 9.8 versus Villa on the final day, but they had already just... Because we were City, because everyone was going for City, they said, fine, we could take the last day off there at Aston Villa. What did he do for... versus Newcastle? 2 goals? All right, hey... He's a big, strong forward. 6'4". I like a 6'4" forward. But I would just say, when I watch him, I haven't been like, oh, wow, look at that. I want that. When I've seen Toney, I have. The little bits of Santiago Jimenez, I wouldn't mind it. I don't think Santiago comes in and he solves all of our problems at striker, though. I'll be honest. In a perfect world, I'm selling Richarlison and I'm bringing in Toney and Jimenez and letting them duke it out. That's a perfect world in which we do not live in. But I would, yeah, Glasner did improve him a lot. Glasner improved that whole club a lot, bro. That last 6 months, they were cooking. Jonathan David had 30-plus GA season. He's been balling in France. He wants to leave. 1 year left on his deal. Will cost 40 million euros. He's been improving since last season's. We were... I don't know about linked, but a lot of Spurs fans were talking about him last summer. Jonathan David specifically. Well, let's pull it up. Let's Arx, let me do this for you. You've been a sponsor tonight of the channel, so thank you so much. Let's look at Jonathan David. I know him from his Canada days, and he's a very good player for them. He definitely stands out for Canada, but also who stands out for Canada? Tajon Buchanan. He stands out for Canada. He played for Club Brugge. If you'll remember, Antonio Nusa also plays there. But in the French league at 24 years old, this is my thing. He's 5'11". I'm not saying small strikers can't get it done. It might actually be better to have small strikers in the Ange Postecoglou system. Again, this is Jacob. This is me as a kid who saw Zlatan Ibrahimovic, and I said, wow, that's my kind of striker. Fucking big bad boy, bang it from anywhere on the pitch, fucking bully in the box. He'll go big, he'll rise above you and hit that thing. This, bro, I love Zlatan. I've always loved me Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I'm not saying at 5'11" you can't. So again, don't get it mistook. If you're 5'11" and you want to be Zlatan, I still believe in you, buddy. But at 5'11", I just don't see. You got to have some kind of bounce, man, to be that aerial threat. But let's see what he did. When we were looking at him last summer, these were the things that I first was like, he's not as big as I would like my striker to be. I feel like his profile is more that of a winger. And his heat map would suggest maybe that too. Wait, yeah, this is for League One. I want to make sure it wasn't as Canadian. But he's a striker. Maybe he's like a Martial. Martial's a fantastic striker, not very big, but he's got, not the most pace, not the most size, but he's got enough burst ability and technical ability on the ball. Bro, maybe I need to look into what Jonathan David did this season, because I need to see what them shots like. What does it look like when he receives the ball and he's not moving and he turns? I know this is just like one aspect, but just indulge me a second. And RX Beats, you let me know, anyone who's watched Leo and Jonathan David, like, what does it look like when he has his back to goal, receives the ball, half turn, take the shot? Does it look like shit or does it look nice? Santiago Jimenez, it looks nice. And regardless of league, that is a trait you have to have. So, like, if he could do it, you know, then that means he's got it in his bag. Let's see who comes in as our number 9. I trust the recruitment team. I don't mind an unknown player too if he fits the profile. Same. Very much the same. I'll tell you not a lot of Spurs fans knew Vanderson. Ow, I just ran over my fucking toe. Oh. I just ran over my toe. Oh, no. All because you want to bring me the kid. Come here, baby girl. Hi, mamacita. All right. Sorry about that. Ran over my fucking toe. Lil, not Leon. Bro, what is the difference between Lil? Oh, yeah, okay, it's Olympic Lyon. I always get them two mixed up. They both use red, white, and blue as their colors as well. It's very confusing, Jordan, this French league. Lille and Lyon, they both start with L. They're both short words. It fucks with my brain. Jonathan David plays for Marseille. No, not Marseille. Did I say Marseille? No. What is that? I don't know. And you're going to fart. You're going to fart on my hand as soon as you come into the room, mama. 34 games played, 30 started, 19 goals, 4 assists. So that's 20, but that's just League One. So maybe was he in the Champions League? No, that was in 21-22. This was last year. Did he ball out in the Conference League? 3 goals? That's 25 GA. I thought you said he had 30 GA. I thought you... Bro, I've seen some Spurs fans saying we're going to rely on him. I thought he had a 30-plus GA season. I just looked. He had 25 GA. 3 in the Conference League. Oh, maybe he scored in the Coupe de France? I don't know. Okay, maybe you're right. I don't know. I'm not really like... It don't make me excited. For the same price, I think I would be more excited for somebody else. But Jonathan David, I'll be honest, I don't see it, but I don't watch him week in and week out. So maybe maybe someone who watches the French league like Strasbourg Steve or something would be better. But relying on Richarlison, don't even. Richarlison. Bro, Mapin, see, when you say it, you manifest it. I'm a firm believer of manifest destiny, baby. You can manifest the good things in life that you want to see. I don't want to see Werner, Richarlison, Johnson in my starting 11. Not as a 3-0, not as as one of them. I don't want one of them in my starting lineup. I'll be so honest. No, you were close. Maybe like in the French Carabao Cup and shit he scored, and then in the French FA Cup he scored and shit like that. So maybe. I mean, I feel like, meh. To see this, the more y'all say it's like fucking Beetlejuice. It's gonna happen, y'all. So let's not do that now. Come on, we don't need to wish this upon us. But look, y'all, I think I'll end it there. Wait, I got one more thing. I saw this from this random account this dude's been tweeting a lot. And he used to have 300 followers, and now he's got 1,000 followers. And he said that we're interested in Amadou Haidara from RB Leipzig. And he has a release clause of around 25 million. I've never heard this kid's name, I'll be honest. I don't know who the fuck that is. I saw the photo, and I'm not going to lie, I thought it was Mohamed Simikan. And I like Simikan. I wanted him a few years ago when we were crying out for center backs. Big up, Jay Kismat. Good to see you back in the house, my friend. Let me say thank you so much to David and RX Beats, tonight's sponsors of the show. I appreciate that from y'all very, very much. Thank you. And I appreciate all of y'all in the chat keeping the conversation going. And Mapin, I apologize that I lost my head a little bit. I got pissed off. So Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This ain't reliable. That's why I left it for the end. Just like, here you go. Here's a name, Amadou Haidara. And you know what? If you see another content creator and they start talking about Amadou Haidara, you tell them, oh, Jacob broke the news first from Joseph Brown _974 because he told me so. So there you go. Haidara isn't bad. I don't know. I just don't know. Have a good day and night. Hey, talk to me nicely, Jordan. You were talking to me nicely. And RX Beats was definitely talking to me nicely. Hey, look at that. See, look, it's not often you go onto the internet and two people have a go at each other and then we both say, I'm sorry and I love you. How about that? How about that? What a guy. Big up Mapen, bro. This is what it's about. We have a difference of opinion. We hash it out. And then we say, you know what? I'm sorry. Hey, look, there's Will. Hang on, let me add him as a moderator. Yeah, adults. Who would have thought? A couple adults here on the fucking internet. That's beautiful to see. Good to see. All for the love. And that's what it's about. All about the love. And maybe I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. Hit a like on the video if you haven't already. If you're watching this back on playback, there's still over 70 people. Illmatic is here, and their first comment is, I'm sorry and I love you. I'm sorry and I love you too. That was a shitty kiss. There you go. It was like, it was kind of shitty. Anyway, tomorrow is Tuesday. I don't know if I'll be live. If there's some crazy news going on, fuck it. I'm going live, baby. But if not, I'm not sure. If I'll be live, but for sure Wednesday, because my wife is off work. So there's no excuse to not do content on Wednesday at some point. So come on and hit the like, hit a subscribe, put that notification bell on. I'll let you know next time I go live. And we'll have an even greater conversation about desire. We'll have a great conversation about believed to be looking at. We've inquired about Riccardo Calafiori. We inquired, baby. And what's that? That's an inquiry. It's like this, all right? They're not kissing. He's inquiring about a kiss, all right? And then it's like this. Garnacho was inquiring about the ball, and Udogi said, give me that. You know what I mean? Garnacho was inquiring. Garnacho was prepared to be considering dribbling with the ball until he got bested. See, this is the shit I'm talking about, you know? I desire Harry Kane to kiss the badge, but instead he blows his snot rocket into it. All right? I can do this all fucking day, ladies and gentlemen, but unfortunately I'm running out of time, and I have an angry little baby here with me. Ain't that right, my little munchkin? Mama put socks on you? No wonder you're pissed. She's got... Oh, you can't see because you see fucking Harry Kane blowing a snot rocket. But she's got socks on. I've never seen her wearing socks before right this moment. And they're not just socks. They're the little Jordan socks that I bought my son, repurposing. You have no choice, Mamacita. But anyway, Vamos Romania. That's who I want to win all the things. Romania. Come on, Romania. Na 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 na. Go on, Romania. La la. I don't know. That's definitely not their national anthem. Is this? No, I thought that was Dragusin. This isn't Dragusin, is it? No. It's too small. I can't see. But anyway, I digress. I can go on and on for hours. I'm inquiring that you like the video. I'm believed to be looking at you, Football Carnage, a.k.a. Will, says Dubstream. Big up to you, my friend. Good to share the screen with you on over the Staffy TV. Big up Faz Radfar. Good to see you into the house. Bakayoko in. Talk to me nicely. He had a shocking moment. He had a chance outside the box, left foot, and he shanked it today for Belgium. But I am a fan of Bakayoko nonetheless. I think he can cook. If it's between Bakayoko and Nico Williams, they both played shit for their national team, so pick either one, and I'll take either one. We'll probably go with the cheaper one anyway. But look, acquired the information to consider approaching our desired option. That is the mood we are in. Fuck it. No more Bakayoko prop. No, I like Bakayoko prop. He just missed once. It was once. But let's go Romania. I'm on my Romania shit right now. On paper, Jonathan David is good. On the pitch, he's frustrating. He kind of reminds me of Martial, like the profile anyway. He did fuck it up good today, but he was a substitute. So if he starts, you can blame him, I think. But anyway, I hope this stream was everything you desired it to be. I hope the show was everything you believe to be looking for. I'm inquiring that you go ahead and like the video, and I'm prepared to be considering whether or not if I'll be live tomorrow. Maybe. Either way, 97 votes on the poll, so we should be able to get close to 100 likes on the video. The winner is Forward Line needs the most attention from Tottenham Hotspur. The second best answer, starters anywhere. We need more talent, and need more talent is a fantastic place to end this show on. So as always, folks, I hope you have a great rest of your day. If you're watching this today, tonight, playback, whatever, I fucking love you. I think you're beautiful. And I hope you feel too blessed to be stressed, and that I'll see you on the next one. Don't be a stranger, you know? Say hello. Come on down to this isn't Chinatown. Come on down to United Spurs of America town. We'll have a good time. But as always, folks, the last few requests I have are for you. Stay blessed. Stay fresh. Up the lads. And come on, you Spurs. And Portugal tomorrow? Who knows? Wait, do any Tottenham play? No. We only have 4 players in the fucking tournament. Anyway, come on, you Spurs. Hit a like. We'll see you tomorrow, if not on Wednesday. Take care.
United Spurs of America, with your hosts, Michael and Jacob.